Hey everybody, I hope everyone's having a wonderful week. Please excuse any random noises in the background. They are working outside of my apartment and my cat is being heinous, and I am choosing to sit on the floor because I am tired of standing. In fact, I am tired of moving today, but I still have like 7 more clients before the day is over and it is already 4 o'clock. Woo! I'm grateful, I'm blessed, but I am a hot fucking mess. Anyway, a big topic I want to talk about, and I'm gonna try my best with all my Chelsea-ness to make it not a long drawn out story on here. If you know me, you know I'm just lied to you, so but fingers crossed that this is going to be quick and brief. I want to talk about diet. All right, so I am not picking on any one in particular. At the moment, I have like 30 warm bodies that I'm working with hands-on in a gym, and I've got 12 people across the globe that I'm working with online in my app. And I have got to let you know, there's a lot of similar hang-ups amongst many different clients that have completely different types of body profiles, ages, strengths, weaknesses, you name it. But something that is a very common issue is a woman's relationship with food. And that's coming from a woman who has had a bad relationship with food multiple times in different ways. And y'all pay me to coach you and you follow me to learn from me. So if you're putting all that energy and effort in, please take a little bit of my advice and actually apply it. Don't waste your time. Don't waste your money. Don't waste my energy sharing this with you. Okay. So listen, if you have been on point, if you have been eating well Monday through Friday, and you've been feeling good, and you've been adhering to your training, everything's been about 75 to 90% on point, because we're creating a lifestyle, not because we're a fitness competitor or because we need to make weight for a competition or because we got to fit in a wedding dress. I'm going to put wedding dress up there with those other things because it seems equally as important. That's a day in a season that just like an event of any sort is going to be. But if you are literally just trying to be a healthier woman and you want to have a healthier relationship with foods and the way you live your life every single day, we have to understand that 5 to 6 days of quality training, sleep, and food consumption and hydration is not going to just be deleted because we enjoyed a meal with the family, a meal with our colleagues, because we went out and enjoyed an hour with our friends, our siblings, whatever. You have to be able to embrace things that you enjoy. There's a time and a place for extreme deprivation. Myself, getting ready for a fitness competition, I do not coach any of my clients to eat like me unless they are competitive clients, unless they have a meet of some sort that's requiring a weight that they have to weigh in for to fit the criteria of the sport, unless they have to look a certain way within a certain amount of weeks. When this comes to overall health, being strong, losing body fat in a healthy way, and creating a healthy relationship between yourself and what you're putting on that plate and what you're putting into MyFitnessPal, we have to understand that there has to be room for joy, or there's going to be a huge gap in space for failure. So when I design meal plans and diets, I give you like 5 to 7 options for each of your meals and all of your snacks. And I encourage you to mix and match. I also give you a range of calories to eat within that are going to keep you in a deficit as long as you're doing a little bit of exercise every day. And your body's going to benefit from it. You may gain muscle. The scale might not move much, but you're going to lose inflammation. You're going to lose body fat. So that's all part of recompositioning. Like I had a big chat today with one of my clients who is a strength and conditioning coach. She has her master's. She works with multiple high schools in the district that we live in. And we were discussing like literally my process and how I train everyone is the recompositioning of fat to muscle ratio in the body. It doesn't matter what size the person is. That's just how I work. That's how I know to work. And that's the best that's the best outcome I have with any client that I work with, either online or face to face. The complementary part of that is understanding how to recomposition how we eat and our relationship with foods and when we're eating them. So at the moment, a lot of people are either getting back into the swing of taking kids to school, making lunches. One spouse is starting to work more than the other, or jobs are starting to shift and change, or people have gone back to work. I work with a lot of educators. And so there's a lot of schedule change all of a sudden right now. And a lot of people are feeling a lot of pressure. So they're either overeating and then forcing themselves to overtrain to make up for that, or they're undereating and then they're slacking in their exercise, and then they're binge eating on the weekends. And we have to understand that there is a healthy way to handle this. There's a way to get around it. First of all, I have to say I am super grateful for the ones that are very vulnerable and open and share this with me. They're like, hey, listen, I know you saw everything I ate today and I underate by X amount of calories. And then after I got the kids settled down, I ran the neighborhood, and I know that I've got this joint issue and I'm just not letting it rest. And you know, it takes guts to tell your coach, listen, I'm not doing these things, or these are the things that I'm doing that could be sabotaging me. But that honesty is one of the first keys to your success of fixing these things and getting it right. So I am super grateful for every single woman that I'm working with right now that's like, look, I know this is not what you told me to do, and I know that the reason my results are not where I want them right now is because of this, but here's my honesty. Help me work through this. Help me work with it. What I really want women to understand is that this whole concept of less is more when it comes to consuming food is absolute horseshit. Sure, we need to have fewer calories. We need to be in a deficit if we're wanting to lose mass, absolutely. But if we're trying to build shape and we're trying to create muscle in space, like if you're trying to grow a booty, quit starving yourself. If you're wanting your quads to pop, quit under eating and overdoing your cardio. Like there is reason behind the amounts of foods, be it proteins or carbohydrates, that I'm having you eat, coupled with the type of exercise that I know you're doing or that I'm asking you to do. And when we're not doing one or the other, or we're overdoing one or the other, we can't expect it to come out properly. But what I want you to know is that being able to communicate it is the first step in getting in the right direction and resetting everything. The first step to making sure that you are coachable is to be able to present to the person that you are paying, seeking advice from, and confiding in, to say, hey, listen, this is what I'm doing. This is where I'm at. This is how I'm feeling. And having that transparency and that vulnerability gives me so much more space to work with you, to give you success. I have battled with overeating and undereating pretty much my entire life. And, you know, when I am competitive like I am right now, I have people approach me in the gym and they'll ask me, you know, or they message me online and they want to know what I'm doing, how am I eating, what's changed. And, you know, I tell them straight, this is the most unhealthy part of what I do. I am not under eating so much. I'm not eating less than what my body needs. The ratios of what I'm eating are not necessarily healthy. My energy levels are depleted. I am not strong, but I am not trying to maintain this for an extended period of time. This is for a competitive season of my life, which I will step out of in October and back into regaining strength, building myself up, and eating a surplus of calories again. And it breaks my heart when people think that because I'm currently in this condition that this is what I expect of others and that this is the golden ticket, and it's not. My goal for all of my clients, unless we've specifically designated the goal to be on stage or make a weight for something, is for you to create a healthy relationship with food and for you to be able to be open and honest with yourself and with someone that you're confiding in about what you're putting in your system and how you are burning it, or if you're not. So all of that to say that I'm very proud of all the women that are struggling right now that I'm working with, that have shared with me where they know their shortcoming is. I see you, I hear you, and we're going to get through this. And the other side of that is that my diet and the things that I'm sharing about how I'm eating right now is not a reflection of what I am asking of my clients unless they are in a competitive space. And I don't think that anyone should adhere to such reduced calories and reduced carbohydrates unless they are doing something specifically for a short period of time to produce a physique to be competitive. I don't want any of my women ever losing their periods. I don't want any of my women ever having hormonal issues. All I want is for people's hormones to be happy. Like when I ask for blood work, I want to see a good, happy panel. I want to see things working for everybody. I want to see blood sugar in the right place. I want to see insulin resistance issues starting to correct. I want to see PCOS hormones starting to balance out and medications starting to be removed. That is how I work. That is how I teach. That is how I coach. That is how I train. And it takes a big open space of communication for these things to happen. And I'm really, really grateful that I get the chance to work with women that are able to express that, share it, and be vulnerable and coachable to learn how to move forward. I just think it's really important that when I'm going through such fast results and my body's changing like this, it's important that I am transparent that I have an inactive thyroid. My thyroid meds get adjusted. My hormones get adjusted. My PEDs are adjusted. The way I eat is not how I would expect anybody else to eat. The things that I'm doing competitively are not for longevity. What I'm doing right now is going to be gone by December. But I have to have a healthy foundation, and I have to go back to the space that I coach and teach and train others to be in. I have to be able to have a healthy relationship with food and with growing and with gaining weight and with being strong in order to tear myself down like this. And I do not take lightly taking on a client to be in the space that I put myself in and a few other competitive clients that actually live on the other side of the world. Because I think it's more important that women have a healthy relationship with food before they're going in and out of cycles of relationships with food. So I made this last only 12 minutes. I have so much more I want to say about all this. So this topic is actually what probably my next 3 videos are going to be about. So thanks for listening. Thank each one of you, and y'all know who you are, for being open, honest, and vulnerable with me, and for trusting me, and for letting me be a part of this process with you. I love y'all, and I am grateful for the opportunity to work with y'all. I hope everyone has a wonderful Thursday evening. I'm gonna go tell my last 7 people of the day how to move their bodies and feel good, and then I'm gonna eat my dinner and hopefully go to bed. But first, I need to make a stop at Southern Nutrition so that I can pick up some goodies for myself. Talk to y'all later. Bye.